Hello there ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing The Spy Who Shot Me, a comedy retro FPS which takes clear inspiration from the infamous GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. So in case you're wondering, The Spy Who Shot Me was originally released in 2019 on the PC, but it's now been released on the Xbox, PlayStation as well as the Nintendo Switch. This review is based on the Xbox Series X version, so let's jump in and see exactly how it plays. You play the role of Agent 7, a spin-off version of James Bond who works for government agency MI69. SUM, or SCUM, is the name of the terrorist group within the game, and Agent 7 has been tasked with taking them down and discovering who the secret mole is within MI69. Now the story is portrayed with brief cutscenes played at the start of each level, so don't expect there to be too much emphasis on a narrative-focused game. Now, taking a look at the gameplay, we have a suspicious looking cleaner who is clearly a man in women's clothing. Wait, am I still allowed to say that in 2024? We have an elderly man doing his Spider-Man impression, and no, there aren't any superpowers in this game, so he must have taken something illicit. And finally, a secret agent who moves a bit too loose for my liking after being freed. He also may have taken some illicit things. So look, you have a standard jump, grenades as well as some throwing daggers. Now I barely needed to jump, and I threw maybe one grenade or one dagger throughout the entirety of the game. But hey look, if you like them, use them. You can use LB and RB bumpers to strafe left and right. Now I found this pretty redundant as the joystick was far more responsive. You can run, which isn't locked behind a stamina mechanic, which is becoming increasingly rare nowadays. You'll also have access to a few different weapons, including a shotgun, rifle, SMG, and a few variants of a pistol. Now I use the shotgun at all times when I had the ammo for it, but I think as gamers we all gravitate towards anything that's super shotgunny. That's not a word, but yes, we're rolling with it. You'll need to pick up ammo from the environment, and there's an abundance of it to be honest, so you can alternate freely between weapons and just choose your favourite. Apart from the rifle, which the ammo is extremely scarce for. You'll also have to pick up medkits in the same fashion to replenish your health. In each mission you've got your main objective as well as two side objectives. Now the side objectives only need to be done if you're achievement hunting. They usually consist of freeing hostages or destroying equipment, but you also get these unintentionally even if you're not looking for them. They're not exactly hidden in the same manner as a game like Doom. Oh, and speaking of Doom, take a look at this cheeky Easter egg. There's a checkpoint system in the game, but they're a complete mixed bag. It's the old cliche of when you need one there isn't one, and when you don't, they're everywhere. There are some missions where there's either no checkpoint or a checkpoint way too early on in the level. Now this is alleviated by the fact of the levels being quite short in length. This was definitely implemented like this to stop the game from being too easy. If they put checkpoints in before the challenging parts of a level, it would be a cakewalk, so I somewhat get it. You also can't just run past enemies as they have collision boxes. It also doesn't take many bullets to kill you. I found this out when I got pissed off and tried to Marathon Pro past a few enemies. So take a look at this. I need to hold down this area until the objective's been completed. Now I'd already died here a few times and there's no cover, so I thought I'd leave the objective marker, take some enemies out and then return to it. Well, what happened next is the enemies just kept spawning in. I got trapped in the corner and got sent back to Lumbridge with the quickness. You can also semi-cheese a lot of enemies throughout the game. If you walk in a room and take their aggro and simply walk back out, they will literally queue a line of death for you to smite them. Honestly, I sent these guys straight to Jesus, and they had no problem with me organising their trip. Also, in how many old school FPS games can you drive a speedboat, in speedos, free fall through the air, avoiding birds, as well as skiing on a mountain with an elderly gentleman clinging on for dear life? The answer may shock you. So, with all that said, how was my experience with The Spy Who Shot Me? Now I paid £7 for the game, with it taking me 7.5 hours to see the end credits. Once the game is completed, you do have access to a level replay system, but this feature is accessible throughout the game regardless. I had some fun with the game, but it was just okay. If you love the GoldenEye and the N64 or old school feeling FPS games, then I'd say go ahead and pick this one straight up. But as a whole, the game was just an average, one-off fun time. Like a certain few other things in life. But yeah, that's all I've got for this one. Thanks for watching guys. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Comment if you'll be picking the game up. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm Senor Donut. Happy New Year's and thank you for watching.